Hey gang, welcome to the 21st chapter of the Crucible Chronicles. And the name of the game for this chapter is We're Just Waiting. That's what we're doing. We're waiting for Dark Tidings to come out and potentially be supported in a way that I'll be able to play it and bring some games to y'all. So very excited for that. But in the meantime, I'm hoping it's only going to take our standard 5 episodes, but we're just going to be kind of plodding along until the US release of Dark Tidings. And we're going to do something that is kind of near and dear to my heart. I feel like I want to alternate some of the goofy, shenanigans, if you will, between chapters of the Crucible Chronicles. So this is going to be a little bit less goofy, by which I mean probably a lot less goofy. But what we are going to be doing is taking out my absolute favorite mass mutation deck so far. And I'm trying to recall. I don't. I should probably make a list of the previous chapters of the Crucible Chronicles, but I don't actually think this deck has been revealed here. It's kind of like a hidden secret of mine, if you will. Not really a secret. I played it on stream before, but it is probably my favorite deck of all time at this point. Certainly at the top of my long list of very enjoyable, very fun mass mutation decks, which in and of its own right is quite the accomplishment, I would say, for a deck. So without further ado, here is the deck. It is called Rumble Salim Quarry Composer. It is, of course, mass mutation. We've got Logos, Shadows, and Untamed. And there's just a whole lot of interesting, cool plays, interactions that this deck has. And probably over the course of the next 5+ episodes, we'll get into hopefully some of those in a little bit more detail. But some of the critical components that I enjoy in this deck are the double QMX. We got the double QMX, and we have a Splinter. So if you haven't seen if you haven't seen Splinter, it is just like the value version of the mutant cut purse. Instead of having 2 mutant cut purses, you could have a single Splinter. And Splinter, of course, enhances 6 damage icons over across your deck. And in this deck, we got 1 on Bouncing Death Quark. Let's see if I can remember. We got 1 on Bouncing Death Quark, 1 on Odd Clod. So both of those pretty handy to pop the QMX, although obviously Bouncing Death Quark also quite effective at killing QMX. We have 2 of them on Song of the Wild. Shoulder Id has 1, and I think that means that must be Neurosiphon has the last one. That's the one that I wasn't quite as sure on. We do have the Infomorph, which gives us 2 draws. That's where our 2 draws are coming from. Sadly, kind of the most sad, we have a draw on the library card, a card that gets purged, so not a whole lot of value out of that. And then the Shadowsmith. And there's some potentially interesting ramifications with the draw icon on the Shadowsmith. Again, I won't get into it right now, but hopefully over the course of the gameplay for this chapter, maybe we'll get into that. Who knows? Maybe in today's game we'll find out. It does also have the triple Vandalize. So the disruption in this deck is, I don't know, a little bit different than what I'm used to. We got, of course, triple Vandalize allowing us to sort of remove some of the more powerful, more useful, more potent cards that our opponent has. Obviously not completely remove them, but make it so they have to either cycle or have a different way to recur those cards. So it can be very, very useful having 3 of these. We also have double Lost in the Woods. And this is great. It gives some great utility in this deck, actually. One of my favorite things to do is to Lost in the Woods. So Ghost Hawk to reap with 2 creatures, then Lost in the Woods, Ghost Hawk, and something else to potentially be able to recur that really nice ability from the Ghost Hawk. And we do have 21 creatures in the deck, so it's not uncommon to have creatures on the board to reap with the Ghost Hawk. So obviously you have to return some other stuff, but there's some kind of interesting plays. Like I either tend to, if I haven't taken my library card turn, I'll use these Lost in the Woods to shuffle back in some of the Logos creatures, the non-QMX Logos creatures. And then additionally, or alternatively, if I've already taken that big Logos turn with library card, then I'll often try and try and actually cycle through some of these shadows creatures, preferably the ones that have enhancements. So a Nexus has an amber on it, and there should be one more. Oh, Lost in the Woods has the double amber, but so Nexus and Shadowsmith, sometimes the shoulder id. I actually kind of quite like recurring those to get those enhancement icons utilized again. But additionally, it has the benefit of potentially towards the second half of our deck or the later half of our deck, giving us the option, kind of increasing our odds of having a potent ransack. So, I mean, honestly, I could talk about this deck a lot. So let's just hop into today's game, and hopefully, kind of some of the more interesting plays will happen over the course of these next few episodes. So come along, let's bring Rumble to the Crucible and see how it does. All right, we are playing against Am I Bluffin'? I'd like to clarify, it is Am I Bluffin'? Last time we played on video against Am I Bluffin', I think I incorrectly pronounced it as My Bluffin'. But it is in fact Am I Bluffin', who is piloting Jotun the Compact. This is a Worlds Collide deck, Logos Saurian Star Alliance, so we know it's probably going to be pretty nice. Already a pretty potent configuration of houses. Some notable things so far: we have triple Hapsis, triple Titan Guardian, so actually a pretty potent Logos board. So pretty cool on that. Knowledge is Power could be pretty useful against Rumble. Actually, that's not what I'm thinking. That's not. Never mind. Just disregard that. Knowledge is Power, not all that useful against Rumble. But yeah, double Tribute. We got the double Ludo, so that's gonna be annoying. Let's see if we can maybe get rid of some pieces. This is quite nice so far. One thing I should check is for any type of artifact control. And I don't think so. So we're going to definitely hold on to this. Got some stuff that I like to see. Love having the QMX and the library card. So that's good. I think we're actually just going to go ahead and get that down on the board. Well, library card. So QMX to draw, and then we'll do Vellum out there. So that's pretty nice. We have double Vandalize. Love to get a hit a tribute. Tribute would be nice. The Ludo or the Ludos will also be nice. One thing outside of the Praefectus Ludos is there isn't a huge amount of protection. So there's not like a 6 Emperor or anything like that, which is pretty nice to see. Got the double Titan Guardian. Kills Vellum. Perfectly content with that. We'll take a Shadow's turn. Let's go fishing. All right, we got Trisarian Legionary, another Titan Guardian. I'm not super worried about this Babbling Bibliophile. Trisarian Legionary, the warding is definitely annoying, but let's get rid of the Titan Guardian. And then we'll Vandalize again. Oh, my goodness. So City Gates, actually also kind of annoying, so we'll do that. I guess we need to finish this up. Do that. Got the Shadowsmith. There we go. Got our auto encoder. Then we'll play out Francis. All right, going into Star Alliance. One thing I'm going to be hopefully looking for is to see if I can't get to my that Bouncing Death Quark at some point. I do think that will probably be pretty useful to get Amberlution, although these Titan Guardians are problematic to that end. We got First Officer Frayne coming down. We got Zap, so that'll be 1, 2, 3 damage to kill Francis. Interesting decision. And then, a second Zap. Is that right? So we got 2 Zaps. 2 Zaps, and it's to our turn. So we do have this QMX. Wouldn't mind going that route. I could also hope to draw into some more Untamed. Thus far, we played quite a bit of Shadows. So I think I'm actually going to do that. I can recycle my QMX too. So let's throw down Francis. We will, I guess, protect Francis. We'll pop the QMX and see what we draw into. Nice. So we got a Lost in the Woods. Pretty good against the Titan Guardians. Pretty good against the Titan Guardians. A Wild Wormhole into the Tricerian Legionary. Warding First Officer Frayne. Works for me. The Babbling Bibliophile. That thing's going to be dead. And we definitely have a situation on the board. Okay, we'll take an Untamed turn. Song of the Wild is going to come down. I'm not going to pick up Archives, no. Song of the Wild will pop that. Pop the Hapsis. I think we'll Lost in the Woods. Return both of those. We'll return Hapsis. What is this? Explore Over. And this Titan Guardian. Or I could just do both Titan Guardians. Let's just do one. We'll play Gloriana's Attendant in the Pismire, so we will hold off the key. We do get to hold off the key, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. We have yet to see a Saurian turn. I've yet to see a Saurian turn, so we'll see. This Lost in the Woods is pretty nice.
But until it is actually reality,
Lost in the Woods is going to be pretty nice. We do get to build up to, hopefully, like I'd love to be able to get to the second QMX. We've been playing a lot of Shadows, a lot of Untamed. Tricerian Legionary, nice. Golden Spiral. Phalanx Strike. We do get the, oh, no, we do not get the Exalting. Not gonna lie, I think every time we played Am I Bluffin', they've been packing some heat. So we'll go ahead and reappear. We'll Lost in the Woods. This Titan Guardian. And I could do a Tricerian Legionary. I have 16 cards left. Part of the reason to do a Tricerian Legionary is to like split up what creatures. There's a lot of taunt. I think it might actually do it. Let's do it. Oh, we don't want to end our turn, no. But we will put down this Fandangle. We do give away the first key. We do give away the first key. We are on check ourselves. Although I suspect that could be changed very quickly with this First Officer Frayne. All right, so what we're definitely going to be hoping for is getting into our BDQ. Interesting. We are off check. Let's see if a zap comes down. Of course a zap comes down. There's always a zap. There's always a zap. All right, well, let's just try it. Let's try a Logos turn. I usually like to have a little bit more. But, I mean, why not? Let's play the autoencoder. Got the QMX. All right, drawing some duds so far. Can we get the BDQ? That'd be nice. Put that to the left. Oof. Oof. We've got Odd Clawed. We did not draw into something that we need, did we? So usually I like to poke the QMX. But... Let's just take one of those down. Oh, we did. So we hadn't drawn before. Ooh, that's rough. It's about even left in the discard pile, but that's what we got. That's what we got. One thing I like to do to set up the library card turn is actually have like a pre-turn where I play QMX and Hide and Vellum and then BDQ them away. So it gives us like some really good board control. I'm positive we're seeing a Ludo right now. So also pretty unfortunate we did not draw into really any removal. Actually, we got the Dino Thief. We didn't get the BDQ. Didn't get the Amber Lucian. So not great there. Not great. How are we looking on shadows? We have 4 shadows cards left. I'll just powered archive, and there's the tribute. Tributes onto the Brutodon Auxiliary. So we could go Untamed here. We do also know. Let's see. I'm gonna pull them off check. Will we pull them off check? If we go Untamed, like I'm sort of hoping to get into this Amber Lucian at some point. If we call shadows, we have a chance of taking them off check. We can take out Tabor. 1, 2, 3. So we will get 2 check. So that's nice. That's definitely nice. We could also call Logos here. We could potentially draw a card with Hide. We have a 1 in 11 chance. Well, it's not great. It's not great. So I think what I'm going to do is let's just try and maybe push some board. Just try and put some more stuff on the board. So what I think I'm going to do here is we start with the Ransack. Let's do it. Nice. We stole 2. So we got rid of Vandalize. So that's actually pretty big. We will then play out the Nexus. Do I want to protect the Nexus? Yeah, I think so. We'll play out Shoulder Id to the right. We'll pop the ward on Hapsis. Guess we'll Dino Thief, Exalt to kill Tabor. Tabor's pretty annoying, actually. Oh, I did this wrong. I think what I wanted to do is I wanted to do Nexus and then Shoulder Id, so this Ghost Hawk would be able to reap both of them. But that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Drew into some more shadows, actually. So, wow. So if that Titan Engineer hadn't been there, we potentially could have ransacked for 1, 2, 3 more, up to 4. So that's pretty cool. Again, a little bit of a bummer. We do not have a regrettable meteor with the Ludo. Sure. That seems definitely unfortunate. that seems definitely unfortunate if that's what we're about to see. Double Ludo. All right, let's see. Generating a lot of amber, taking away all of our amber, and then killing the Brutodon. Okay. That's pretty fun. What do we want to do here? Do we want to do this? Let's do... At least both the tributes are gone, so that's pretty nice. Let's take a Shadow's turn. We get to use the Golden Spirals, so we get to kind of slow our opponent's roll on that one. Look over here to steal one, so that's nice. We do have the auto encoder, so we could start discarding. I'm thinking actually maybe I want to do that. We'll discard. We got a Wild Spirit, so we'll see if that ends up being useful. So we'll reap here. Reap to use the Nexus, so we could do Hide. That could be nice. We're not going to draw. Well, we could draw into the Splinter, so that doesn't seem like all that great. We can reap here. Reap with the Dino Thief. Yeah, let's reap with the Dino Thief. We'll reap with the Nexus. Golden Spiral. I might just use the Shoulder Id, actually. Yeah, so we'll just reap with the Shoulder Id. And we'll see what comes of that. All right, so we have the Amber Lucian. We picked up Neurosiphon. And maybe there's a chance with this reap off of Hide we could get into either the Chemex or the Bouncing Death Quark. we'll see. Hapsis fights Infomorph. Opting Positron Bolt too. Yikes. There's a lot of removal. A lot of removal going on over on that side of the board. Man, I really, really hope we could get into that Bouncing Death Quark. I'm like, don't particularly want to have to use the... I could also just give away 2 Ember. I don't like the idea of giving 2 cards with the Titan Guardian. Can draw into something else. That actually, like, might be okay. Oh, and actually, this is cool. The Hapsis gets protected. So we don't lose this 1 Ember. So that's cool. We forge, so that's good. We forge. I think we go Untamed here. I think we go Untamed. We'll generate 2 Ember. So that's good. We'll give away 2. We do have the Neurosiphon. But we are also drawing into... Oh no, we discarded the Titan Engineer. That's right. Let's go Untamed. Let's go Untamed. We'll pick up the old archives, play the Niffle Grounds, Wild Spirits to really no effect. We'll play it on something. Play it right there. We will Ghost Talk. Deploy left to Reap. Oh, bummer. So we got the Bouncing Death Quark. The problem is, I don't think I can let this board live. So I'll just go in Amberlution. So we'll play the Cephaloist, play out the Gloriana's Attendant. All right, let's see what else we have. We have, oh my goodness, look at that. Wow. So that's a bummer. So 5, they're definitely gonna be able to get to check. So that is a bummer. We'll put that out to the right. We'll put out Odwak, I guess, to the right. And then Kinkin to the right. And we'll call that good. So I think if I recall correctly, that means we at least get to forge here. We get to forge. Sadly, Am I Bluffin' can reap twice, and what was it? 3? It was a zap and 2 upgrades. One of which was Disruption Field. Oh no, Disruption Field. Oh, is that what it was? Oh dear. Well, that's a bummer. Sometimes you take some calculated risks, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But hey, maybe we can get to yeah, there's the zap. So it does have the single disruption counter on it. I think that is going to be the end for us. We do get a hit off of Neurosiphon, so that's nice. But ultimately, it isn't going to be enough because we don't. Even if we draw into the Titan Engineer, key cost is only going to be 7. So that's definitely a bummer. This is the type of logos I would have loved to see like a long time ago. But let's do this. We'll go ahead and Neurosiphon, deal a damage there. Steal. Whoa. Oh, we don't get it because of the. I got it. Well, it was worth a shot. We did not get the draw, and we did not get the steal. But boy, man, if we had this Bouncing Death Quark just a little bit earlier, that could have been pretty nice for us. I feel like if we had that even a turn ago, we didn't have a whole lot of creatures on the board, but it would have at least given some options for us to like to have a little bit more surgical removal instead of having to just wipe the board, especially with the Titan Guardians on the board. But hey, I think that's pretty good. You know, I'd say we definitely didn't draw kind of in the way I typically like to draw with Rumble. But that's okay. That's okay. The deck does, in my experience, play pretty consistently. But of course, this is the game of KeyForge, so you're not always guaranteed to get things in the order that you want. I was, of course, quite happy to have a starting turn with a QMEX and a library card, but ultimately, our opponent was able to put down a pretty stout board. Obviously, this deck has a huge amount of removal, has a huge board presence in multiple houses. And on top of that, having 7 or so of our Ember deleted off the backs of the double tribute, definitely always feels bad. Actually, just opened a deck that has double tribute with 6 Ember, and now I don't think I'll ever play it. So just based on the way it makes me feel when it happens to me. But it is, of course, no doubt a very potent configuration of cards. Good game and well played to our opponent. Am I bluffing? Not me bluffing. Am I bluffing? I look forward to playing against them at another date in the future. But thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope that along this journey you will similarly find a great love for Rumble Salim, the Quarry Composer, as it does hold a place near and dear to my heart. I do hope that you'll be able to see that as well. Anyways, I will catch you on the next video. So long.